Today we're going to do another little mini episode, how to change a chainsaw blade. Now you can use this technique on any chainsaw. However, we're going to be demonstrating on the Ryobi 14-inch 40-volt electric chainsaw. One thing interesting, I did not find any blades on Amazon. I went to Home Depot, and the only one they had of this size and flavor is the 2-chain value pack. So I had to get 2 chains instead of just 1. So now I have 3 chains that I have to deal with. But that's okay. I'll go through them eventually, not a big deal. And I'll also be sharpening them, obviously, in between. So as the new one's being used, I'll go ahead and sharpen the old one. And I'll show how I do that in another video. Now, real quick and real simple, the way you change these blades, pretty much the same thing you do on the pole saw, except on the pole saw you don't have the attachment. I should say the tool that's attached right here. So all you do, you just unloosen these, take these off completely actually. Oh, by the way, in case I forget to tell you later, there's a little diagram here that says how the blade should look after you put it on. So make sure you put the blade on the correct way. Now I always suggest you put gloves on for this next step. But really all you do, kind of push this in a little bit to give it some slack. Chain pops off. And that's it. Then if you really want to, clean things pretty well, just take that off, go clean everything out while you have the chance. Oh, and by the way, the reason why I'm saying put gloves on, because remember there's oil that lubricates the blades, and it lubricates all that too. So it can get a little greasy. But if you like your hands all nice and fluffy and supple, then just use your fingers and you get all that grease and oil all over you. Okay, we're going to try to put everything back together again. Kind of have to do it away from me a little further than what I normally am, so I can get the camera in here. So this might be a little awkward, a little funny to see, but we'll go ahead and try it anyway. All right, so go ahead, put the block on. Some people like to put the chain on first and then put the block on. That's up to you. And try to pick up the chain with gloves on. Can be a little awkward as well. Oh. By the way, if those of you who don't know, there are little ridges right in here. And there's this kind of sprocket on the end. And you have to kind of line everything up to these sprockets and into that little wedge, which can be a challenge within itself. Okay, once you get that on, just kind of pull forward. Trying to keep everything in the track. Easier said than done on an angle like this, so I can make sure you see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, now what you have to do, you got to put the cover back on. But there's this little adjusting block right there that you have to put in that adjusting block hole right there. So that could be a little challenging, to say the least. So you may have to say a few magic words, as they say. So I'll go ahead and line that up because I have to use both hands for that. Oh yeah, and again, make sure that the diagram matches what it looks like up here, because if you put the chain on backwards, it's just simply not going to cut. And once you get everything lined up, get that on, Just make sure you put these down. Make sure you have a little bit of play in there. You don't want it super tight. You want a little bit of play. Then when you have it where you like it, you just tighten them down. That's all there is to it. Okay, there are times, of course, when you put on a new blade that it's going to get loose, just the way it is. So what you do, you take your tool, you loosen up the bolts a little bit, and then you have your adjusting screw, and all you do, you turn it to the plus, or if you have to loosen it, you turn it to the minus, but we're going to go ahead and tighten it, so we're going to the right. Tighten it up, and there you go. Tighten the bolts back down, and stow your tool.